one day I thought of, you know what? If people, the world only give me opportunity because I'm a minority, if only minority will give me opportunity, then I go find minority investors. If I can combine every minority investors to be my investor, I have more than enough. I am majority.
Top leaders, meaningful conversation, actionable advice, bulldoze complacency, ignite inspiration, create impact. Produced by the Southwestern family of companies. This is the Action Catalyst.
Are you interested in advertising with the Action Catalyst? Our listeners could be hearing about your brand right here, right now. For details, shoot us an email at info@theactioncatalyst.com.
Today's guest is Anya Cheng, the founder and CEO of Tailor, a platform that uses AI to help people choose and rent clothing. With a resume including stints as head of product for Meta, eBay, Target, Sears, McDonald's, and more, Anya is an accomplished leader in the tech space.
This is Anya from here in Silicon Valley. I'm running an AI companies and so excited to share more. And before that, I led the e-commerce team for Meta, eBay, and Target.
Wow, I wish you had an impressive background.
It's just a lot of big tech companies. The Facebook Shopping was head of product for eBay's new business in the US and new market in Latin America, Africa, Asia. Helped McDonald's to build a food delivery business when Uber Eats just started and helped Target to build its tech office here in Silicon Valley. But my personal entrepreneurship journey just started less than 3 years ago in the AI spaces.
Absolutely. Well, I want to start with, if you don't mind, let's go back just a smidge because you do have an interesting background. Just walk us through, where did this love for tech, all things if you will, related, where did that begin for you?
Yeah. So maybe I'll share a little bit. I came to the U.S. In 2007, went to Northwestern University for my master's degree in marketing. When I graduated, it happened to be right after Lehman Brothers went bankruptcy. So there was no job anywhere. I remembered I was waiting outside of other departments building to, as soon as the interviewer came out of the building, I was, hey, this is my resume. I am not even a student of this department. But people say that, you know, Anya, this is dumb. Like, job searching is all about networking. So you shouldn't be cold calling or ambushing people. So I realized that I don't have much connection, but that's not true. I do know professor. No, I was a student, right? So I knock on the door of every department's professor. I say, I'm a student here. This is my resume. Please connect me to someone on LinkedIn who I already researched. This guy talked to you on LinkedIn. So I want to talk to him or her. And then one day there was a professor say, I don't know you. I cannot connect you to anybody. But tomorrow I have a panel and you are welcome to come as students and to listen to the panel. By the way, we need more students. Can you bring 10 more people? And so I went. My English was so bad. I didn't understand anything in the speech. But after that, I went on and talked to the speaker. Hi, I'm Anya. Great job. Really good on the speech. I have no clue what she was talking about. And this is my resume. Can I talk to someone in your company? I running department on the digital. And she said yes. So I went on job interview. I thought it was perfect. Everything they were looking for. Few weeks went by, nobody contact me. I follow up with a recruiter. The recruiter picked up the phone, asked me, please do not call me anymore because I was laid off. So the recruiter was laid off from the company. So I said, okay, why don't you have nothing to do? Do you want to come out for a coffee? She's like, okay, why not? So we had coffee. She told me a lot of going on about the company, who is a decision maker, what's the challenge of the company. And she also gave me an idea. Anya, Chicago is the third largest city in the U.S. Do you want to go to New York and L.A.? They are bigger city, therefore probably more job. So I went and I print out 2,000 alumni from Northwestern University. I calling each of them. I said, I'm coming to New York. I'm a student. Can I meet you for coffee? And with that, I met with a lot of people. But everyone say that I am not hiring. So I call a company in Taiwan. It's a magazine. I say, hey, do you want to cover these amazing conference stories in New York? They say, yes. I say, I can be a reporter for free. And I call the conference, say, hey, I'm a reporter from Taiwan. Can you give me a press ticket? And I got into a conference and ended up I met with a lot of people. So I called the magazine company's CEO again. I said, I learned a lot from your competitor. And do you want to know what they are working on? She said, yes. Before I go, I put together a business plan because I remember I met with a recruiter who was laid off. So I went on interview there. You need someone who know a little bit marketing, know a little bit digital, ideally not very expensive, just out of college. And I know someone. Me. So she asked me, do you want to be a contractor? Anyway, that's how I got my first job.
Absolutely incredible. What an incredible story. And I've just got to go back and pick out a couple of nuggets of things that I think really speak to your creativity, your insatiable work effort and desire for the outcome. I mean, you're a master's student at Northwestern. That should be enough to get you a job. But to your point, where, we just launched the financial crisis of '07, '08, '09, you take your time. You went face to face asking for researched LinkedIn connection introductions. Do you know that has got to put you in the 0.01% of the population that uses LinkedIn?
In fact, what I found most effective during the search was actually one time I was rejected again. I walked out the building. I was in a newsstand. So I saw there were newspapers on the stand. And on the newspaper, what did it say? It say, publisher name so-and-so. If you want advertise, call this number. So I bought all of the newspaper and then I start calling each of them. And somehow, for some reason, I was able to actually get on talk to New York Times CEO, CNN VP, and SVP of ESPN, all of those companies.
That is incredible. Talk about determination. Holy Hannah. So then, did I hear you say you printed out a list of 2,000 alumni and started calling them all?
Yeah, and then my English was so bad, I didn't know even how to talk to them. So I went to a senior care center near campus, and I practiced my interview with those seniors because no one will judge your English as long as you spend time with them. So that's how I did my interview practice. My 93 years old, her name is Connie. She's from Japan. And I still remember she will put the soy sauce into the oatmeal because she said that's how she eat breakfast back in Japan. So
Okay, so if you learn nothing else, if you want to, be like a true Japanese oatmeal eater, you're going to want to put soy sauce in that. Got it. Check. Your first job is with this magazine. Take me on your journey from there.
yeah, so I was there for a few years and I was mostly focused on digital part of a business. At that time, I didn't know what that means, like product manager. Then I joined Sears and Sears was looking for someone who help on deciding where to buy on digitally. So with my magazine background, they feel like, oh, great. Then you have the media side of the background. Now you can be the buyer side of the background to help us to evaluate where would you buy media. And while I was doing that, quickly we discovered the most effective way of buying media is using data. And after I doing that for a year or two, they say, hey, Anya, when they come to my website, the homepage, it doesn't make sense. Would you like to come and help us to personalize our homepage and websites? And that's how I started my career in product management. And from there, Target hired me. I remember that they asked me if I want to move to Minnesota. I didn't want to, but I said
No, actually, I have no desire to go to Minnesota. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, but yes. So my career goal at the time was coming to Silicon Valley. So I was looking for a job in Silicon Valley, but Target came to me and they said, hey, Target is cooler than Sears and Kmart, so you should come join Target. So I accepted the offer. I went to Minnesota. They called me. Anya, I remember you said you don't want to come to Minnesota. I said, yes. They said, you know what? Your manager's role was opening, but now I found a guy. But the guy actually be based in San Francisco and he doesn't want to move to Minnesota. But now since you have a manager there, you can actually work there. And that's how I actually moved to the Bay Area by saying yes to something that wasn't relevant to the Bay Area yet at all. And from there, I helped Target to build their tech office here in the Bay Area. McDonald's come to me. They say, it's amazing. You launch your tech office here for Target. You launch your apps. You won 11 award, best app of the year by Apple. Can you do the same for our e-commerce team? We want to launch something for food delivery globally, and you will be able to do similar things and help us launch an office here. And that's what I did. And then eBay came to me. So I joined eBay. I helped them to focus on product for Africa. And then eventually the Meta came to me. They say, hey, you have experience in Africa. Do you want to go to places in Africa that does not have internet? So Nigeria, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda. That was my job when I joined Meta, help bring internet to countries that not have internet. But then during that time, I realized that social commerce is big thing, live streaming and TikTok shoppings, and everyone is talking about social commerce shopping on social media. And I realized I did have a lot of e-commerce experience from eBay and McDonald's and Sears and Target. So they're like, hey, why don't you come and help just to build Facebook shopping? And that was how I ended up, my last job in big corporate was Facebook shopping.
Okay. So just for some of our listeners, can you just share with us what were some of the ways that you overcame the challenges of being female, of being Taiwanese, the language barrier, the stereotype barrier, the prejudices that we just know are out there, intentional or unintentional, other than just incredible determination and work? How were some of the ways you were able to overcome some of those challenges?
I actually feel a little bit less of that before I became a startup founder, but it's actually a lot more. You can tell a lot more after becoming startup founders. In a startup today in the US, there are 30% of us business were founded by female, where female, at least one of the founding members female. In the US, 50%. And in the Bay Area for tech companies, 30%. And however, for VC-backed company, for VC money, only 1.8% goes to female-founded company, 1.8%. It's actually down from 2 years ago, 2.1%. I remember months ago, I went on a startup competitions, and one of the finalists, she wear really nice, and she got her hair up, and she was on the stage with thousands of people. And then I said, wow, nice dress, nice hairs. And I also love your accessories. This is amazing ring, like giant diamond ring. Mm-hmm. And she was like, I'm not married. And I wear this because research shows women who are married, people trust them more because someone trusts them. That's why I wear the ring, go on competition. I was totally in shock. And she is a white woman who has 15 years of career, who are very, very successful. Even she will have to put on the ring for the competition. So at the beginning, I felt pretty disappointed. And then one day I thought of, you know what? If people in the world only give me opportunity because I'm a minority, if only minority will give me opportunity, then I go find minority investors. So I start talking to people who are Nigerians and Kenyans and Italians and Spanish and from Mexico and from different part of the world, and Paris and Singapore and Taiwan and Japan. If I can combine every minority investors to be my investor, I have more than enough. I am majority, right? But throughout my career in corporate, there are some tips to share to people. For example, people tend to assign a miscellaneous word to women. And the best way is not actually saying no because people hate you. Like you're like, hey, Anya, can you order lunch for us tomorrow? Hey, can you host a holiday party for the office? It's kind of hard to say no, but what you can do is you say yes, but then you start putting together a rotation plan. Yes, I will help. But then, okay, week 1 is this person. Okay, Jay, you will do this. Week 2 is this person will do this. Week 3, you're organizing, but you don't do it yourself. You're organizing, so you plan as project management. Or, for example, people hate women to promote themselves. So always amplify each other's. And this, when you are in the meetings and you say, okay, great job, Stephanie. I really agree. And I want to echo Stephanie's point of view. You help her, she will help you. And then amplify. People don't want to hear you promote yourself, but they will listen to you when you promote others. And also, for example, you can, at a certain event that you know there are very few women, and you can organize it in a way that they will stay. For example, you know that this is the tech competition that usually lets women participate, but then before that, you have a company all hand. And in the end, you say, okay, we have this tech event right after. I encourage everybody to stay. So create an environment that's easy for women or minority to be able to participate. And also, guys, they actually hang out with coworkers on weekend, while women tend to hang out with people who are nothing to do with their work on weekends. Those loose ties will help. So next week, find someone who you are not very familiar with. Ask them for lunch. Just a simple step. The loose tie will be able to give you insights and secrets in the office or industry that can help you. So invite someone who you are not very familiar with next week for lunch.
Very tactical, super practical. So now let's talk about where you're at today, owning your own business, working with AI. Share with us a little bit about that journey.
Yeah, I'm now running an AI company called Taylor. And it's a company we use AI to pick clothes for men. I actually constantly feel a little bit imposter syndrome. I was the only few female leader in tech, didn't come from engineering background, but lead large technology teams. So I want to look great. And I tried some subscription boxes, but you have to buy. And I didn't want to own that much stuff. And I don't have fashion sense. I don't know which one looks good. I have to decide because it's a new item. So I have to think, can I buy this in some other places that will be cheaper? And then I also, if I buy it, I will have to do laundry and ironings. And I don't want to do any of those things. So I tried some rental company, but most of them require you to browsing through thousands of items. And it was an aha moment that I realized most of fashion companies are designed for people who are into fashion. They're not for people like me. I'm just a lazy person or busy person who need to look good, want to be successful, but does not care about fashion. I need to look good for my job, for my day, for my work. I do not care I wear red or blue. All I care is that I am successful in the next meeting. I close a deal. I do well in the social events. I did well in my TED Talks. So I start wondering, are there people like me who hate shopping, hate laundry, but very purposeful and need to look good? Yes, they are busy men. They have no idea how to look good, but they need to look good. And turn out that we are a menswear business. But to serve them, you need service. You need to pick clothes for them. But before Gen AI, it wasn't feasible. You have to hire someone, spend hours and thousands of dollars and buy the clothes and someone style you. But now with AI, 3 seconds, AI can pick perfect outfit and become your personal stylist. And that's how we started.
That is so cool. Okay. Anything that we haven't talked about that you were hoping to address in our time today?
Yeah, I think it's just for people who want to try something a little bit more like looking good and saving time and feel confidence. If you are also a business who have something that you can partner with us, we would love to see what we can do for each other. For example, we partner with dating sites, we partner with coaches, and we also partner with fitness centers and people losing weight. And you don't need to buy large, medium, small clothes, and you can actually just renting the clothes during the journey and eventually to buy the clothes or look great after you work out and you dress up. So if you are any of those business, feel free to reach out. And I'm at Anya at Taylor.ai. That's ANYA at TAELOR.ai. And we would love to work with you and help to save the environment.
Thank you so much for being here with us. What an incredible story and journey. And I really love the way that you're not just taking this passion for business, but you're also combining it with your passion, as you said, for sustainability, doing good in the world. Just thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
If you enjoy this podcast, please make sure to subscribe. And to stay updated on everything that the Action Catalyst is up to, make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Action Catalyst Podcast and on Twitter at Catalyst_Action. And as always, thanks for listening.